going to tell a story about an experience that I had, and this would have been, I guess, 5 years ago now. It was, I believe, it was during my first year of teaching, and um, this was really before the woke stuff became like really like mainstream. You could say it was much more. It was the term was not yet really popular. And I had a colleague who I was working with, and we were talking, and we are like, you know, we need to talk to these kids about consent. I see a lot of touching going on, and there's not a lot of venues for them to be able to discuss this, among other issues. That was kind of just like one of the issues that we wanted to talk about. And we didn't even want to start with that one. We were like, that's kind of like a deep one. So let's start with something else. I don't remember what we ended up going with. But we decided to call it Woke Cafe. And it was just about being open. And this particular person was also involved in doing meditation. We had a meditation program at my school, which I thought was super cool. I love meditation. I credit meditation with like getting me through some of the hardest periods of my life. I think it also helped put me on the path to really come back and be closer with God. So, anyways, we called it the Woke Cafe. And we had our first meeting, which took place at a lunchtime, and it was a hit. Like, we had over a dozen kids in there. We had a deep conversation. Like I said, I can't remember what the topic is that we actually ended up going with. And we were super excited. We're like, this is awesome. We can do this at lunch. Uh, yes, yes. In the comments, one of my friends, Jay, knows who I'm talking about. Abdiel, exactly. Shout out to Abdiel. He's cool peoples. He still hits me up sometimes. It's unfortunate how this situation worked out. But so we did the Woke Cafe thing. And then afterwards, we got approached by three Black teachers at the school, and they were basically like that we weren't allowed to use the word woke. And this is how I recall the situation, that we weren't allowed to use the word woke because we're not Black, and like we're co-opting it, cultural appropriation, and like we didn't ask for their involvement or their input. So anyways, long story short, we ended up not being allowed to do the woke cafe, and Abdiel ended up kind of getting like maneuvered out of his position in the school altogether. And it was crazy. Like, I was a first year teacher. I didn't want to stick my neck out and say like, hey, this doesn't seem right. Like, like, I'm trying to become a teacher. Obviously, it's something you keep in the back of your mind for how the system works and how to maybe not encounter that situation, avoid those situations, but also just like be aware of that's how the system works. And not that, but in the way that we do things where it's so sanitized, I want to say. I don't know what the word is. But it definitely lacks that community, which when I envision creating a school, that's what I want to be the foundation, is really have that community, that transparency, that idea of growth and partnership. Thanks for checking out this video. Make sure you've smashed that like button and leave me a comment down below. And while you're down there, make sure you're subscribed to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos, which you can watch more of by clicking here, or for even more, go to teachingliberty.org and join our community today.